I never thought anyone was good enough for my daughter, Maya. When she started dating Leo, I was not a fan. He was this quiet guy, always wearing beanies, and he worked as a freelance graphic designer. In my head, that just meant unemployed with extra steps. I spent 6 months giving him the cold shoulder, answering his questions with one-word grunts, and basically making him feel like an intruder in my own living room. Then came the Saturday from hell. My old 1967 Ford, the one I've been restoring for a decade, died right in the driveway. I was under the hood, covered in grease, and swearing like a sailor when Leo pulls up. Usually, I tell him to go inside, but I was fuming. He didn't say a word. He just took off his beanie, rolled up his sleeves, and leaned over the engine bay. I was ready to snap at him, but then he pointed at the carburetor and said, "The float is stuck, isn't it?" I blinked. "How do you know that?" He shrugged, a little smirk on his face. My granddad had a Mustang. I spent every summer of high school, elbow deep in a block just like this one. For the next 3 hours, we didn't talk about Maya. We didn't talk about his career. We just talked shop. We shared stories about busted knuckles and the impossible search for vintage parts. I found out he wasn't just some artsy kid. He was sharp, patient, and he actually listened. By the time we got that engine to purr, we were both covered in oil and laughing about the time I accidentally dropped a bolt into the intake manifold. When we walked into the kitchen, Maya just stared at us, shocked to see her grumpy dad and her boyfriend sharing a cold beer like old war buddies. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes you gotta look under the hood to see what a man is really made of. He's all right, that Leo.